Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, as you can see today, I'm back at the indoor gun range. It's still February, it's still cold. Wanted to get out, do a little bit of shooting with this PCC, this pistol caliber carbine. Now this is an AR9. It's one of my favorite rifles. Wanted to get this thing out, do a little bit of shooting. Get some time behind this Arken LH6. Now I'm gonna be shooting this thing at 100 yards. That's kind of a stretch for a 9mm, but it's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna see how this thing will group. Is an AR9 good enough for home defense to defend your property? We're not talking in your house where you'd be using a pistol or something, but we're talking around the ranch, around your property. Will an AR9 suffice? Does it have enough range? Does it got enough reach out to accurately defend your property or whatnot in a situation that you may need a tactical setup like this? Now I'm going to be using this AAC 115 grain full metal jacket. Now this is some super affordable ammunition. I don't expect it to be extremely accurate out here, but I think it's going to really serve the purpose of seeing what kind of groups I can get out of this AR9 with this Arken optic on it. So we're going to be using the digital scoring system that you can see in the background here. So let me get this thing loaded up. Let's send a couple groups down and see how this AR9 does at 100 yards. All right guys, got the ears on, got the hat spun around backwards. That means we're ready to get some shooting going on. You may hear these fans running in the background. Again, it's not going to be the best audio quality. You've got to have some ventilation going, shooting indoors here. I've got 3 rounds loaded up in the mag. That's all I'm going to shoot each burst here is 3 rounds. We're not going for some 10-round shot of shooting MOA groups or anything. We're simply trying to pattern this and see how accurate this AR9 platform can be at 100 yards. Now, I've got her set up with the Arken LH6. I've got a Kynshot hydraulic buffer up here. And this is basically an Aero Precision build from end to end on this thing. Really like this rifle. Locked and loaded. Let's see what we can get at 100 yards down there. I am shooting at a magnification of 6 in a 3-round group here. Little snap to her, but not bad. I really like that Kynshot buffer in here. Alright, now these AR9s are a blowback design, so you may say, man, that guy flinches a lot. Well, I'm here to tell you that with this blowback design and that bolt, you get a little bit of gunpowder, a little blast, a little everything comes back at you on this thing. But let's take a peek at the target here and see how we did. All right, there it is, and that is not very impressive. These are 1-inch squares. You know, hey, that one's nice. That's shot number 3, right where it's supposed to be. But we are all over the place on this. So let's see if maybe I was doing something a little funky with this and send 3 more down there. All right, I'm gonna get 3 more loaded up, and while I'm loading these, there's something I noticed that's making the shooting a little bit difficult shooting at this indoor range with this thing. Now, looking through my scope, it's kind of hard to really tell if I'm centered up. I'm gonna try to shoot a little shoot-through footage for you guys to see what I'm talking about. But centering up on the optic and making sure that my parallax and everything is perfectly centered is a little bit difficult looking through the scope and down this tube that I'm looking at. And I've got a feeling that that is why I've got this going on here. I'm gonna clear this screen off real fast and get it all set up for our next 3 shots here. So we're locked and loaded. We are ready to go. Let's send 3 more down. See if they'll be any more accurate with this AR9 here. I would really like to see 3-inch groups out of this thing, even with this ammunition. So it's hard to get this eye box perfectly centered, not because of the scope, but it's hard to see it because of the shadows of looking down this dark tube here to tell if I'm really perfectly in the center. That one went right in the bullseye. Maybe I should just stop now and call it good, right? I'll be happy with that one. Well, that one's off by more than I'm happy with. Oh, just reset my trigger. And not too bad. Maybe this is just going to take a little familiarization of me shooting. Let me grab the camera here. And there is group number 2. Again, those are 1-inch squares. It's telling us that we did a 3.82-inch group, so that's not too bad. So I'm going to clear this off. Oh, so it's all clear. Let's get the camera set back up. All right, let's send 3 more down there. Maybe it's just taking a little bit of time behind this thing, getting used to this. I could take it outside and try this again. Shooting this platform at 50 yards, I was shooting 1-inch, 1.5-inch groups with it. Some of this, maybe the ammunition is really not designed to be 100 meters with some cheap full metal jacket, but really would like to see a nice little 3-inch group. So let's give her one more try here. I've got my screen all cleared off. You see I keep looking up that way. And try to get supported here. It's kind of an awkward situation here. And there we go. Yeah. And that time, I think I didn't get her to reset the trigger. Let's try that again. That's a little more what we're looking for. 2 of them close to each other. Not a bad group that time. Let's check this one out. I'll grab the camera here. There we go. That's not so bad of a group right there. It's not in the bullseye. And I forgot to hit the begin record button, but you can see that one is definitely under a couple inches on that one. So let's clear this thing off here. There we go. This time, begin record. We're gonna see if we can send one more down there and duplicate that one. Now, definitely would be happy if I can get another group like that out of this thing and then just slide over the zeroing process on it. Let's try it again here. Aero Precision AR9 pistol caliber carbine, Kynshot buffer, Aero bolt, Aero lower, Aero upper, Arken optic, Arken mount, AAC cheap ammunition, and what it's about, doing some shooting. At the range today, it's snowing like heck out here in Michigan, cold outside. I've got access to this indoor range, and I hit my button for record this time. Let's see what we can get. Is this AR9 a capable property defense platform? Not even gonna look up. Well, not as impressive as the last time, I'll tell you. I've got 2 shots that are nice within about an inch of each other, and then one oddball drop one again. Before I even pull this thing off and show you guys a stinking target that if it was paper I'd be throwing away, I'm gonna send another group down there. I got a feeling there's definitely some inconsistencies with this ammunition. I might be wiggling around a little bit with this setup, but not enough to be wiggling around 8 or 9 inches like the target's showing me here. Let me clear it off again here. All right, it is all set up, and we're gonna send one more down. We got a little bit of a warm barrel, but I'm gonna lower myself down a little bit in this bench too here. See if that helps out a little bit. All right. Last 3 here. Yeah, actually maybe going lower was not a good thing. Maybe higher is better. There we go. One, 2, and 3. Well, I'm going to show you guys the target this time. And this is pretty par for the course about what I keep getting. I keep getting a couple shots that are tight and then a drifter. Below the drifter is where I really want it to be in the bullseye, and I'm getting these guys down here. That's a 6-inch group right there. Now, a 6-inch group is not ideally what I'm looking for with this thing. I mean, we're talking about a group about like that at 100 yards with a 9mm. You know, maybe this is the best I'm gonna get out of this thing. You guys maybe chime in and let me know what you're getting with your AR9s at 100 yards. Just a lot of inconsistencies, I think, is what I'm getting here. And I'm not really attributing it too much to the rifle. I think it's either this ammunition or it's me struggling to center up in the actual optic for me to get centered in it. And again, it has nothing to do with the optic. It has to do with I can't see the edge of the scope and the edge of the tube here to really retain my parallax just perfect. Loving shooting. I got more ammo. Let's do one more group. And this is going to be the last one. This is the one that there's some intruder on my property. There's something going on. And I need to defend the ranch. I got the fox out there eating my sheep or something. The bad guy. Let's send 3 down. And let's see if it would do the job. Here we go. AR9 cheapo ammo. And kind of a cheapo scope, but I really love this scope. Yeah. Yeah. Not too bad, not too shabby. Let's dump the mag out of here. Blow a little bit of gunpowder out. Let's check it out. All right, there it is. There is our final group. We got a couple inch group right there. Wasn't planning to do this one. I didn't hit the record button. But you guys can see of the groups, we've got a 1 inch from here to here's an inch and here to here's an inch. So we're looking at a couple inch group. If I can consistently get that, I'll be happy. All right, guys, so there it is. I'm losing the beans out of my shooting bag, and but that is our shooting with the AR9 here. I'd like to get this thing outside doing some shooting and try to confirm my theory of my eye box being the issue here. I'm gonna put my beans back in my shooting bag here. But yeah, we got a couple inch group out of it here. Got a little bit of practice time behind it. I really do feel like this AR9, this PCC, is an adequate platform for out to 100 yards, but really not much more. considering the velocity that you're gonna get out of a 9mm and what kind of penetration this thing might give. 75 to 50 yards would definitely be better. We got a 6 power optic on it. Let's try to stretch it out to 100 and see how she did. Let me know what you guys think. Are you taking your AR9 out and getting it shooting much? Or are you having luck with this ammunition or something better for a little bit more long range shooting with an AR9? Thanks for checking back in, and hey, day out at the range is shooting is a day at the range shooting. Get on out there yourself and keep on shooting.